You guys, I'm so excited. I have always loved working with yarn, and I used to only crochet because I could not ever get the yarn tension right holding needles. I always wanted to knit. The problem with crochet was that in order for me to see where to put my hook next, I need to be pretty close to the work, and that really taxes my back after a while. So having, all the loops on my needle in knitting or in Tunisian crochet is better for me because I don't have to look so closely at what I'm doing. To get tension consistent, I've at some point decided I would try like looping the yarn around different things and then adding weight in between, on the other side of one loop and then having another loop so it doesn't follow the ground. And it got really complicated. And despite the fact that I have watched 800,000 knitting videos online, trying to find an easier way for me to knit, I just today discovered Peruvian knitting, where you either loop the yarn around your neck or through a pin on your shirt. I don't have a knitting pin, so today I tried it through my neck, or not through my neck, around my neck, and it works so well. And I'm so excited that I can sit wherever I want and knit without having to carry some apparatus around with me. So I've got this, my yarn is on this side, and usually I think you would actually loop the working yarn around the other way, but for me, I just found it easier this way. I'm holding the working yarn in my hand, which is at my waist. I don't have to hold my hand at any particular angle or spot in order to get the right tension. And it is a different way of knitting. It's actually easier to purl than it is to do knit stitch with Peruvian knitting, but I'm really not having any trouble knitting. This is knitting, and so instead of, usually you'd put your needle in, I don't know if you can see well, you put it on the back side of the other needle. I'm really not a good knitting instructor, but anyway, you bring it towards you, insert it knitwise, but then bring it towards you, and then so you're kind of like knitting backwards. But I'm actually finding that it's easier for me. I can see what I'm doing a little better, and I don't have to be so close to the work. And I just tried this today for the very first time, and it's already at least as fast as what I was doing before. And I feel like with some practice, it will be much faster for me, and I can take my knitting different places. So if this is going to be a very small group of people, but if there's anybody out there who struggles with tension or knits with their feet, which is maybe 5 people in the world, this is worth looking into. Just look on YouTube for Peruvian knitting, and I can share the link that I learned from in my comments. And I see no reason why this wouldn't also work for crochet, but I'm just so excited. I love to knit, and it's always been difficult for me to find a position to sit in that was comfortable, where I could still see what I was doing, and this is it. I found it finally. It just goes to show I've been loving yarn work since my friend Jessie taught me to crochet. I mean, I bet we were not even teenagers, and that was mumble years ago. And I've always wanted to knit, and I kept trying and trying and trying, and here we are, like 20 years later, and I finally found the way that works for me. And I can't express to you how many things in my life have been like that, where I would get frustrated and give up for a while, and then at some point try again, get frustrated, give up for a while, try again. And sometimes after you've walked away from something, an idea will occur to you, or something new will show up, online or in the world, or some product will be introduced that didn't exist when you first tried. And so, if you really love something, don't give up. And if you're wanting to learn to knit because you're stuck inside quarantined, but you think you can't, I feel like I can confidently say if I can do it, you can do it. Just be patient with yourself. And there are several different ways to hold and tension the yarn. And so if something's not working for you, keep looking. So I was just so excited, and I have to record something else today. So I had my makeup done, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to share this with the world. I'm super thrilled. So anyway, I know I just posted something that was knitting like yesterday, and but here we are. You probably can't even see this very well, what I'm doing, but you can see that I'm doing it, and it's not extremely slow. So yay, celebrate with me that I found a way to do something I love without taxing my body quite so much. All right, goodbye.